Hit the button, brother.
Did.
Yeah, hit the button with the violin, and you take her to 100 orgasms in an hour so easily. It's nothing. She'll have to take breaks because her pelvis will come off the bed to attack your face. And it's simple. All you do is press up and down on the G-spot at the same time. Well, how do you do that? You take your right hand, because I took my right hand, I didn't go with my left. Took my right hand inside and up to the bottom of the stomach wall, feeling around, and then my left arm wrapped around her leg, fingers pressing down against those inside fingers. You're below the belly button and above the pubic bone, and that's where the G-spot is. I've taken women that have been raped and can't come more than 2 times in an hour if she's lucky, according to Chris. And an hour later, she was worn the fuck out. Okay, we took breaks every 10 to 15 minutes, and it was wonderful, ladies. The Danny Quinn method. Alecki, you see this right here. We started with a little half a bud.
Sweet pipe.
It already had 2 hits. Come and take a look and see how charred it is. Get it real close. You can see how charred it is. That's dust, right?
Yeah.
Right? That's the Dan Quinn method, ladies. Go ahead and sit down. What you do is you stick your finger in water and then place it over the weed. Rehydrate. Rehydrate is key for everything, for living your life, for smoking weed, for this planet. We're burning up our water, Alecki, at a furious rate. Petroleum gasoline, if you Google it, comes out to 14H or 14C, 14 hydrogens to 6 carbons, 14 to 6. Okay, so there's more water than there is fossil fuel in gasoline. And we smoke it in the dust. And we're pouring caution, warning, danger, toxic, keep out of the reach of children, chemicals down the sink and the drain every day. We're replacing that water that we lose. That's why the oceans haven't gone up and down. That's why lakes are staying fast, right?
Danny, I just wanted to mention about the rehydrating process. It's kind of like rehydrating, or I would have to say, like when you do deer jerky or beef jerky, you actually chew it, and you're rehydrating the actual.
Oh yeah.
You're bringing out the flavor.
Is that Lata?
Yeah, it's my brother.
Your brother?
Yeah.
Let's have a conversation with Lata while we're having a video.
What's up? We're in the middle of doing a video right now. You want to?
I like to have. I would like to have your voice on a video,
Lucky.
brother.
Tell him the 5th.
Yeah, Dan Quinn talking to you.
What's up, Dan? How are you?
I'm doing fantastic, brother. I'm a little drunk. I'm a lot bit stoned, and I'm sitting with a good friend of mine, a.k.a, and we're figuring out how to take my stevia invention, my miracle, globally famous. If you put stevia in water and blend, water vanishes immediately, and it doubles to triples in size into a white soup. Okay? Think about that for a second because you're smart. Okay? That's significant, don't you think? Yeah, well, I had a badass blonde PhD in Roseville, California. She was a scientist. She said, "Oh, that's a gas." And I said, "Oh yeah, it is." And I lacked the nuts at the time, homeboy, to play the violin, to actually broach the subject of stevia being my second miracle, and then the violin, the fountain of orgasm for women, being my first. Okay? Fact, not fiction. If you press up and down on the G-spot at the same time and massage, in a violent action, gently, you will make a woman come over 100 times in an hour so easily, it will blow your mind.
Doggo, hey, Doggo.
I got my son in the truck.
Oh, my bad. I'm not trying to be.
Get you that video. And, yeah. And I got you. It goes automatically to my speaker on my truck.
Oh, my bad.
It's all good.
I should have asked you if. Well, how old is your son?
It's 8.
Oh, he's 8 years old. Well, he's starting to think about girls already, I think. Isn't that true?
Doggo.
But we don't train them in that way at this moment, though. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I feel you. Go ahead, Lucky.
All right,
You guys
Doggo.
be cool. Enjoy your video. And, yeah.
I look forward to meeting you, homeboy.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, well, you guys enjoy the rest of your guys' video and your day.
All right, Doggo. I'll talk to you later.
All right, sounds good, eh?
All right. All right.
All right, go ahead.
My man. All right.
All right,
Late. Don't worry about that. He understands, bro.
Well,
You know, he shouldn't be, having, phone conversation out in the open like
in the
that.
open.
In the open like that, because you don't know who's listening.
well, you never know what's gonna be said.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
That's why he said he's not tripping.
And these days, you never know who's listening
Yeah.
because we have Xfinity that moved in after I moved in. It didn't start stealing my signal, my Wi-Fi hookup until I was here for at least a month. And now it steals it regularly. And the fact that Detective Sullivan and then future, I think, head of the head of the Encinitas Police Department, the Sheriff's Department, he told me that I was in jackets. Hold this for a second. I was in jackets this thick because of my friendship with Mark Brandon, who's doing 60. You read about him?
I may have.
Yeah, I gave it to you. Remember when I said read the story?
I got you.
60 years he's doing in the federal pen. I misspoke slightly when I said my friends. When I was young, my friends in the criminal underworld would have had people killed, coaches killed. Not friends, my friend, Mark Brandon. I didn't become friends with criminals until after I was wrongfully kicked out of Notre Dame for an attempted rape that was so easily proven in court that never happened. Notre Dame's attorneys threw in the towel at $20,000, but the Catholic Church, they weren't having it. Continuous motion, spin, and my mom caved in at $20,000. And my uncle, who's supposedly so fucking smart, who loaned my mom the $20,000 and took repayment on it, okay, let her go at $20,000 when Notre Dame's attorneys contacted my attorney, Chet Zwalik, in South Bend, Indiana, and told him, we've told the priest to settle, okay? This is a no-go in front of the fucking jury. You've already heard me talk about it.
Right.
How much money are you awarding me?
Right.
Millions.
Yeah, exactly.
Millions. In $1987, I'm a millionaire choosing any football school in the country that I want to play for. If I'm that's a tough call right there. I'm choosing any school in the country that I want to go to and probably box because Lou Holtz firing me for making the greatest stop in the history of Notre Dame football. And then the commentators not even mentioning my name, it soured me. I didn't even know that the commentators at that time didn't mention my name. All I know is that when I hit the sidelines after making that stop, I was fired. You know, Coach Holtz wants to talk to you. You're on the 14th. You know, and I'm like, fuck this. I'll show you a picture in that video of me. You know how at the end of the game, how they pan on this, they pan on that. They pan on the cheerleaders, the players after the game. You know what I'm talking about? Well, they panned on me, and I was sitting on a bench, and I'm looking. I'm not talking to anybody. I'm just looking, and I'm looking at Lou Holtz, and I'm shotgun blasts in his body. Okay, he's done. If I continue to play football, and could finance it, I would have had Coach Holtz killed to protect players from his fucking ruthlessness. The players, put it like this: when I was a sophomore, when I was a freshman at Notre Dame, I was in a gym in Minnetonka, Minnesota, which was the biggest, baddest gym I've ever been in, homeboy. It actually had like a quarter-mile track. It was in a building and had a quarter-mile track on the second floor that you could run around, and then think about how much equipment you can put in a quarter mile.
Man, that's like Minnesota, the home of the Vikings.
Oh yeah,
like they're the ones that were like back in, I wouldn't say the Stone Age, but you know these were what do you call them? I'm trying to think of the name. Right
Alecki Stone to the Gourd Paella.
I'm high. I'm drunk. I'm like,
and he's feeling it. And it's
great.
wonderful. Peter Gough, Gough. You know, it's like this, homeboy. I'm brilliant. And I chose to go on SSI because it was made available, because I was sit from behind while I was on the job with a crowbar or a lead pipe. According to witnesses that saw it, I was sit from behind and had my jaw shattered and suffered a head injury. And my mom, being an attorney and the pencil pusher that she is.
Lucky, can I get one?
What's that?
Lucky, can I get one?
Oh, yeah.
Danny.
Here, I got you. You got it?
I want it.
One Danny?
No, I'm good.
Let's talk about this Peter Gough.
Anyway, thank you for redirecting me.
Yes, sir.
Peter Gough talking shit about me living in a fucking laid back. This is a wonderful house, homeboy, to the point where I'm going to offer to buy it at some point and offer for $600 a month to my friends to live here. It's absolutely wonderful. Everything is perfect except for Janet, who has an abrasive Nigerian personality. It's absolutely wonderful. But she does an A+ job. It's just she's a pain in the ass doing it.
Does a good job, but she's really, what do you call it?
What do you call it? She tries to be the boss of everything. Well, don't set that down, bro.
So,
No, we keep passing that back and forth until it's gone. Yeah, the Dan Quinn method, ladies. The Dan Quinn method works. If I say it, it's true. That's why I've gotten in so much trouble over the years. Like when I was in Miami in 1991, I just won the state of Florida heavyweight Golden Gloves championship. I just lost to Von Bean, VAUGHNBEAN. Von Bean.
how much time we got in?
You got 13 minutes already.
We're at 13. We'll go to 25.
Okay.
I had just lost to Von Bean for the second time in Des Moines, Iowa, on a 3-2 split decision. And Von Bean went on to box against Michael Moorer for the IBF heavyweight championship of the world.
Damn.
And Von Bean's coach, after seeing me fight Von Bean,
Michael Moore was black, right?
Michael Moorer was black. Moorer. He was black. He was a lefty, and no one knew how to fight him. And if it had been me fighting Michael Moorer, I would have knocked Michael Moorer out. Because Ivan Click, CLICK Clark. What's up, Ivan? What's up, Click, my nigga? We never talked about the my nigga thing, but we were friends, and you taught me how to fight a lefty because you were a lefty, and you wanted to see me be successful against lefties. And this is how a righty fights a lefty, homeboy. If you ever get in a fight with a lefty, what you do is you move to your left because you're right-handed, correct?
Right.
Okay, you move to your left, You throw straight right hands from the head to the body, depending, and then come back with left hooks. You turn it into a fist fight. It's no longer a boxing match, and that's how you win. And every lefty that I've ever fought in boxing and in
Use that
MMA,
method.
I use that method and won every time. Okay, you don't try to box a lefty because you're always trying to figure him out, and that's why Conor McGregor. What's up, Conor? I'll tell you what, if you're not cool, I'm going to ruin you with money. Straight up. Okay, I see you pulling up to the campus of Dana White in your Ferrari or whatever car you drive, and I'm wondering how cool you really are. And know this, homeboy, I'm going to be rich. I can take stevia, put it in water and blend. Water triples in size. It vanishes. It turns into a white soup. That's a gas they can actually run engines off of. And it happens to cycle back into pure H2O with a huge layer of white soap floating at the end of the blend. That white soap is a killer, dog. And that's what's making everybody sick. I figured out how to get it out. And it makes bodies perfect. Okay? I'll tell you what. My belly is vanishing. And I'm on a diet here that puts weight on people. That's because of stevia and the amount that I'm using, over a pound a month. Anyways, Peter Gow, I'm going to find out who you are, and if you're not cool, I'm going to fuck with you legally, and you're going to cry yourself to sleep, homeboy, okay, for actually putting out there anything disparaging about Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn, I'm a legend wherever I land, dog. Straight up. To Butch Hinkle and to Jimbo Galloway in the Sacramento pocket area, not pocket, Sacramento arcade, and then right where Thrift Town is, in El Camino Thrift Town. What part is that? Is that approaching Del Paso Heights?
That's right there. You're getting ready. You're going to that area. Say Traction, Grove, El Camino, Norwood on the other side.
Yeah.
West El Camino going the other way.
What area would you call that?
Del Paso Heights.
Del Paso Heights. So Jimbo Galloway lives in Del Paso Heights, and Baron Chapman lives in Sacramento, and Butch Hinkle lives in Sacramento in the Arden Arcade area, and Baron Chapman. I once saw Baron because Baron Chapman thought that I had been disrespected by some fool that was buying dope from me, and ended up coming back saying, it's the best shit that we've seen since 1972. Can I get some more? But I saw Baron Chapman bitch slap this guy's head through a wall and put a big hole in the drywall because he disrespected me. Baron was a badass fucking enforcer, and I fucking wiped him out in a physical fight. No, we're all done. I'm on a video. Anyways, they know. I would show up to a house with a bucket of chicken, to feed my friends. You've seen it here. Yeah. Okay? I pay it forward, ladies. The Dan Quinn method. I want everybody to enjoy life as much as I'm enjoying it. Okay? Instead of like Donald Trump and his friends, the rich, I want everybody to come up and have a good time. That's why if I was rich, what I would do would replace every company that's out there and institute a pay down method of 95%. Instead of 95% of the profit going up to, $100 million guy a year at Ford and General Motors and shit, have them make $1 or $2 million running a company and have everybody have enough.
And again, Danny, they were giving small loans to the homes, like family-owned businesses. Now they put them in debt, because they would loan this money from the bank to go into the small business, like small business stores they have down the street. Like a Spanish store with a restaurant in there. They're trying to make their, carry their own weight, but it gets jacked, and it gets strong armed, and it gets robbed because they can't pay the bill. And another thing I was going to mention was, make sure you let the ones in your house be the ones that you hang around on a day-to-day basis. Because if you do otherwise, there's a caution plate. There's a caution tape that surrounds that border and that emblem. Like, how they got all these borders damn near down Mexico, and they want to keep them out, but they want them working. But at the same time, it's like, how are you going to keep them out and then want them to work?
There you go, bro. The Danny Quinn method, ladies. Double up, triple up on hits. Pass it to a friend. Why waste it to the environment? Why suffer sex with 0 to less than 5 orgasms per serving when you could have at 2 orgasms a minute in 10 minutes, you could have 20 orgasms like that playing the violin. Like I said, 2 hands in and up to the bottom of the G-spot, your arm wrapped around, pressing down on those fingers, massaging. It's magic. It's actually, in the past, when News and Review had an escort section. You remember that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I contacted many escorts on there, every one of them that was listed, as a matter of fact. And I put my picture, and I said, look at me. I don't need to pay for pussy. I get it thrown at me for free on a constant basis. But I've discovered this new technique. And if I could make you come 100 times an hour, would you give me the pussy for free? Okay, could we make a deal on that? And I had 2 of them say yes. And I had 2 of them give me sex for free because I came through on my end. I said, I'll keep my clothes on until I've fulfilled my end of the bargain. And then you can tell me whether you want to fuck me or not. All right? 20?
That gives them
We're at 20?
It's a sure chef's off. What's that auto?
know the time. What are we on?
Oh, the time is now something. It's blocking it right now, but the time actually is...
No, the time on the video.
It's blocking it. It's 22 minutes and something.
Okay.
And a lady called. Sure sets off. Sir.
Whatever that means. I'll figure it out.
Yeah, she looks pretty high.
Okay. She looks pretty hot.
And she was trying to contact you right now.
Contact me?
Yes, she's trying to contact you.
Many women
Again.